So this morning we're out at the local lake, and I decided to come out this morning just because it's like it's a beautiful morning. We got this haze that's kind of burning off. This should be about the time when the fish are schooling up, getting ready for pre-spawn. So I really want to see if the terns and the cormorant are out here pushing the fish around. Water temperature is a little cool, and it typically doesn't happen till, I want to say, about 9 a.m. But I'm going to bet that we're going to see some schooling activity. Typically what the fish will do is they hang off these edges of grass and out in some of the deeper stuff up until the water starts to warm up. Once it starts to warm up between like 9 and 12, if you're out here on a good day, they'll just fire off all day. And you've seen videos of it out here where we've caught them schooling and they're just chasing all over the place. So I want to see if we can't find that today. It's a really fun bite when you do get on that. And I want to try throwing an LP58 lipless crank from ARK today. So this season, we're trying to get some sponsors to help out with some of the costs of fishing, and we'll see how that goes. But got my first one. I know the owner of the company personally. It's mondosfishing.com. We got them on the side of the kayak. They're a local kind of mom and pop tackle shop, but they're dealing with some companies. You're trying to get in with some companies that aren't necessarily everywhere, and one of them is ARK. So ARK rods. I have one of the ARK rods, the Lancer Pro, that I use for flipping and pitching, and it's phenomenal. I love the construction. It's well built for the price. It's a really, really good rod, and I think they're discontinuing that series. I think the Lancer series is going to continue, but the Lancer Pro is going to disappear. But something else that ARK's getting into is creating baits, and they've got these hard baits, and one that I was interested in was this one specifically, which is it's a rattle trap by them, lipless crank if you want to call it that. But the interesting thing about it is it's a little bit heavier than one that's typically this size, so you can cast it a little bit further. It's got a high-pitched rattle to it, so as a search bait it should work really, really well, and that's what I'm hoping for, is that these fish should be schooling and searching for fish this morning. I have a link. I'll put a link down to the sponsor's website if you want to take a look. They've got some stuff that other tackle shops don't have. You can get ARK rods through them. They're going to start carrying ARK reels, and they got the ARK baits as well. They're worth taking a look at. ARK makes some pretty good stuff, and they're not the biggest company in the world yet, but they're starting to pick up some steam within the industry. But one of the things I wanted to try again was this specific bait, the LP85 or LP58 is what it is. So we're going to give it a shot. And by the way, I do have if you want to save some money, I do have a discount code. It's TW10, and that'll save you 10% at checkout at mondosfishing.com. There's fish. He trucked it. Oh my gosh. So the bait works. It's just that's not the size we're looking for, but he absolutely he trucked it. I thought he was much bigger than this. Little dude. I don't know if he's 6 inches. Come on, come free. Come on. Don't have a ton of hard baits for Florida. Most of my hard baits are either topwater or jerk baits at varying depths. As far as other crankbaits, I've got like 1 or 2, but typically I'm not throwing crankbaits because we're always trying to pull it through grass or something like that. And my jerk baits I really use more in that kind of offshore, over top of grass setting. I've got a couple deep divers for some of the few places that actually have some depth that I fish, but most of them are shallow, like 3 to 5 foot. I'm typically using those on schooling fish or working them over deeper areas. That's fish. We hit it good. Another little guy. Man, what's up with the little guys this morning? I knew I was forgetting something when I came out into the lake, and that was pliers. I was able to work it out of him. There he goes. I have to go back to the car. I'm coming right back. All right, let's try this again, but with the proper equipment. I knew there was something I was missing when I left the car this morning. I was like, man, I know I'm forgetting something. Nah, I couldn't think of what it was. All right, so most of the haze is burnt off, so we're probably going to be a little overcast, which is good, and this breeze, perfect. Oh, another little guy. Absolutely trucked it right there. Jesus. Another one. They're schooled up out here. He's not very big. Just gonna surf him in. It's kind of been the standard for the morning. Not great. Maybe if we sift through all the little guys, we'll come across the giant, maybe. Definitely the reason we fish in Florida right here. Absolute giants. That's a fish. That's a good one. It's probably a 2.5, 3 pounder maybe. Got some salad with him. Maybe 2. Yes, that's not a bad fish. That one's okay. He's probably 16, maybe 17. There he goes. Again, that's on that little LP80 or LP58. All right, so far everything's been on the lipless crank. They seem they want it moving. They want to be chasing. So far, the little guys have trucked it pretty aggressively. That big guy hit it pretty well, not big, but the decent fish hit it pretty hard. Nothing on the underspin and nothing on a worm, which typically worm kills it pretty well out here, along with swim jig. All right, let's move to another spot where I know I was catching some fish before. See if they're out there. We got one good one here, but that was it. Right there. They're schooling. Osprey's on him. He just tanked him. They're still schooling. Look at him go. Those aren't small fish either. That's a pretty good size school. Here we go. There's one. All right. Oh, please. Yeah, I don't need him grabbing the one I got. Where you at? Ain't huge, but ain't bad. Oh man. That's what I was hoping for. Took a little bit to get started, but it's the first one out of the school. Others in here that are bigger than that. Gotta kind of keep an eye out because the school will move. Wherever the bait fish go, that's where they're going. We're not over anything. There's no structure here. There's another one. They're just chasing bait. He's not very big though. I guarantee they're chasing shad too. funny thing, this guy's been caught before, and recently. It may be the one that we caught this morning, depending if that was a school up there and they're chased all the way down here. Oh, that's a terrible cast. So I know there's a hard edge up here, so we're gonna sit between here, where they were schooling, and this hard edge. Let's calm around up there. Hopefully they'll come back, or hopefully they push the bait fish up this way. It looks like they were just pushing them in a circle. I had one on the worm. I was not prepared for that. I don't think he's very big the way he kind of hit it, but he hit it really aggressively like the fish have been kind of doing all morning. The thing with the soft plastics though is that they lack the noise that the rattle trap has. There they go. They're right in the middle. Right in the middle going. I don't think I'm gonna get there in time. Oh shoot, it looks like it just died. Nope, they're still going. Oh, they're right here. There's two schools. Oh, that's a decent one. No, it's not. It's a little guy. Two schools. I guess they started out there and pulled all the way back in here. Oh my gosh! Look at this tank. I barely get my hand around him. The cannonball's going off. Look how fat he is. Dude, they're just going insane right now. And my bait's all tangled up. This is a big school here. Shouldn't have left. I don't know why I unanchored. Dude, it's everywhere. Right there at the boat. This is a really big school. Oh, there's one right there. See if we can get him with the underspin. Oh my gosh, as soon as it hit the water, it grabbed it. That guy whiffed on it too. He whiffed on it. Oh, he whiffed on it. Come on. There was this little school out there, which is what I initially was headed out towards. And then this bigger one started firing off just as soon as I took off. Then there are a couple busting out over there. Dude, this is the thing I was hoping would happen. And we got some rain coming in. I think they're pushing out there in the middle. This is what I'm gonna switch to. Same thing, just in a golden shiner color here. Oh, right there. Yes, I don't mind that color either. All right. Oh. One just popped. There they go. 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 They came back. Looks like a bunch of little guys in that one. There we go. There's the bigger ones. All right, here we go. It's another big school. Oh, no. There we go. Had one guy tag it and miss it completely. Let's see if we can get another one, at least a bigger one. Right here next to the boat. He missed it. There we go. The little guy. Trucked it. Whoop. All right, well. Yeah, we gotta get something on something other than a. Come on. Come on. Anything other than the lipless crank today? Not every 15, 20 minutes they just take off, just start blowing up. There we go. That one feels a little bit better. A little bit better than the ones I've been catching. Not much. Flip them in here. Oh. All these fish are healthy though, which is a great sign. You know. I just got tagged right there. I was resetting the GoPro. I got tagged twice. And I don't think they're probably not big. So, you know, bigger fish will typically get hooked. Smaller ones, a little bit harder for them to get the hooks in their mouths. Especially like some of the smaller ones I've been catching today. That guy caught there was hooked on the outside of the face. He swiped at it. This guy I don't think is very big either, but he trucked it. Yeah, he's not. See this, so it's easy for them to miss it. Florida giant. They're right here on my left. This sucks and burn. Come on. Oh my gosh. All over the place here. Right in the middle of them. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, nothing on that cast, really? Nothing on that cast either, really? I cast out past them and burn it in. Oh, maybe they had enough of the crankbait already. I've seen that too many times. See if we can get another one. Might need to change it back to the white. They're schooling up further left. I can't make that cast. It's a little bit too far. They're over there popping away. His shoulder's thick. Nice little healthy one. There we go. Another one. That little guy. Schoolie. All right, I think that's gonna do it for me. It's 11 o'clock, just after 11. I want to get back and, you know, for a short morning, we've really been out here for just about 2.5 hours. I'll take that. You know, it's a couple dozen fish. You know, I wasn't coming out expecting to catch any big ones. What I was looking for is, are they going to be schooling? Because it's, to be honest, that's just fun. And sometimes just coming out and just catching a ton of fish is fun, especially if it's on a brand new bait or one that you don't typically throw a whole lot. And like I said, I'm very surprised with these ARK lipless cranks. They're really well built. There isn't much, as many fish as I caught. The paint is still a really good job on this. Both colors, both the kind of golden shiner and the sexy shad worked pretty well. Sexy shad I think worked a little bit better just because of the conditions. But both caught fish, and almost all my fish were on. I caught one fish on the underswim. That was the only other bait that caught it, right? Actually connected. And I had bites on the worm, one bite on the Senko, and a couple bites on the underspin that didn't connect. But most of them were on the lipless crank, which is not a bait I typically throw a whole bunch. So that's going to do it for me. Again, if you want to pick up any of these ARK lipless cranks or give them a shot, you can take a look at mondosfishing.com. It's a local mom and pop shop. They've got it. They also deal with ARK rods and reels when they get them. But you can take a look at them there. They've got them for sale. And if you want to save 10%, TW10. And yeah. That being said, guys, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.